Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. President Biden and the Russian leader Vladimir Putin have agreed to hold talks after weeks of rising tension over Ukraine. Discussions will take place via a secure video call on Tuesday. Russia has recently boosted its military presence near Ukraine's border. This analysis from our senior correspondent Olga Ivshina.
Recently, Mr. Putin, during one of his public speeches, actually gave a hint that in a way he's enjoying this tension, enjoying this buildup of pressure. And he said, yes, we've seen that there are a lot of intelligence reports from the Western side. Yes, we've seen that there is a lot of harsh rhetoric on the other side, but they should be worried. That's actually what we need. But also he needs it from the internal point of view. Russia's economy is struggling. Coronavirus cases are on the rise. So in order to distract attention from things which are going wrong inside the country, he definitely needs these challenges on the international arena.
The parents of a teenager accused of killing 4 fellow students in the US state of Michigan have pleaded not guilty to charges of involuntary manslaughter. The couple were found hiding in a commercial building in Detroit. Their son Ethan is accused of carrying out the school shooting with a semi-automatic pistol bought by his father. Rick Pluter is the senior Capitol correspondent for Michigan Public Radio.
The charges against them are that they didn't do a good enough job of making sure that the gun was secure, that it was too available to their son. A lot of the evidence that the prosecutors are presenting early on are text messages between the son and the mother, including a text message where the mother texted, "Ethan, don't."
An explosion has been heard near the Natanz nuclear facility in Iran. Local residents say it was very loud and a bright light momentarily lit up the sky. State media reported a missile was fired as part of an exercise to test a rapid reaction force. The French president, Emmanuel Macron, has become the first major Western leader to hold in-person talks with the Saudi Crown Prince since the murder of the journalist Jamal Khashoggi 3 years ago. Mr. Macron and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman said they'd agreed an initiative to help crisis-hit Lebanon. Human rights groups have criticised the visit, but a former US ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Joseph Westphal, told the BBC it was important to engage with the kingdom.
Well, I think that not only the murder of Khashoggi, but other human rights violations are on everybody's mind. And I think it behooves us to engage with the leadership there, with Mohammed bin Salman, in order to assure that these things aren't going to happen again. We can't undo the past. He is the leader. He's also made some very significant changes, which I think are very positive.
This is Moira Alderson with the latest world news from the BBC. The woman who is set to become the first female president of Honduras, Xiomara Castro, has said she will invite the United Nations to oversee efforts to tackle corruption when she takes office next month. She said she would request the creation of a UN commission to help Congress change legislation that, in her words, had covered up all the corruption of recent years. CNN has fired its news anchor Chris Cuomo because of the help he gave his brother, the former New York governor Andrew Cuomo, in fighting allegations of sexual misconduct. The claims forced Andrew Cuomo to step down as governor in August and have led to criminal charges. Chris Cuomo was indefinitely suspended on Wednesday. The authorities in Rio de Janeiro have called off the city's famous New Year celebrations following the confirmation of cases of the new Omicron variant of the coronavirus in Brazil. Rio's mayor said he'd been reluctant to cancel the fireworks display and music concerts. The world's oldest Test cricketer, Eileen Ash, has died at her home in England at the age of 110. James Kelly looks back at her life.
Eileen Ash was born in London in 1911 and received her first cricket set at the age of 5. She was working for the civil service when, in 1937, she was selected to play against Australia at Northampton in only the 5th women's test match ever staged. She did, however, have to put aside her cricket whites when war interrupted play and she was seconded to the intelligence agency MI6. More tests followed after the war. She attributed her long life to healthy eating and regular glasses of red wine. Amid the sorrow at the passing of a sporting pioneer, there's comfort in the knowledge Eileen Ash lived a remarkable life during what was, as the cricket metaphor goes, a very good innings.
That's the latest world news from the BBC.